I'm sorry. This whole competent manager stuff. It loses weight when you see what they were up against yesterday. Enzo Fernandez, that is the biggest game of his Chelsea career. For 80 minutes, he was up against a right-hand side of Joe Gomez at right back, Harvey Elliott at right centre mid, and Connor Bradley at right wing. 3 players playing out of position. You want to do out of position for that? Our entire right-hand side was out of position for about 60 minutes, and Enzo still did nothing.
I know.
Bay has been useless all season. We lost him. We were literally down to bare bones. We were bringing on McConnell and Bobby Clark, and they were still battling with him. They were still outdoing him. That Chelsea side yesterday was a shambles. Enzo Fernandez was horrendous. Couldn't handle a bit of pressure. And that is got to be the biggest indictment, because I've watched... You want to go on about, I can say McAllister's been playing out of position this season, and the idea that, he came into a more stable system at Klopp. We've had a major system overhaul this year, hence why Trent's been playing centre mid, which he'd never done before. And he also joined a completely revamped midfield. None of the midfielders who played last year, bar Curtis Jones, are still at the club today. And yet McAllister, Endo, fine. Enzo, it's excuse after excuse, performance after performance. If you want to go on about overrated, Don, I remember at the start of the season, me and you had this debate, and you said Pep Guardiola would take Enzo Fernandez in his team over Bernardo Silva, and he'd go Rodri, Enzo, KDB. Yeah, and I said to you at that moment, that is mental, and that still can't. There's no way you still believe that.
Wait. Bernardo Silva plays on the right, bro. He plays on the right.
You think? Hang on.
He still does a better job.
Rob, sorry. I need to ask this question. I need to make sure I didn't mishear that. You think Pep would swap Bernardo Silva for Enzo?
No. That's not what I said. I never said that. You see what I'm saying? You ask him the question again, Tom. Ask him the question again. Say it again.
I said to you, would Pep Guardiola take Enzo Fernandez over Rodri, Bernardo Silva, or KDB at the start of the season? And you said yes. He'd take him over
I said he'll play Silva on the right. I said he'll play Silva on the right, bro. That's what I said. He will still get Silva in the team. Silva plays on the right. What are we doing it?
And Enzo, but then you dropped KDB, that leaves KDB and Rodri. So which one of them?
No, Enzo, KDB, and Rodri in the midfield, bro, is what I said.
No, but again, you can play Foden in the midfield. He's better than Enzo in that attack in a more attacking role in midfield, anyway.
But the question wasn't Foden. The question wasn't Foden.
But Foden's at the club. You know he's there, bruv.
The question wasn't. He asked me about Bernardo Silva. I'm putting Enzo. If you put Enzo,
overrate Enzo, but you literally are putting him into the best team in the world's 11.
Enzo's a good player, bro. He's a good player, and I think he'll do. I think he'll do even better at Man City than what he's at Chelsea.
Nah, I disagree with that.
I disagree with that.
I disagree with that. Because in Man City, you need to have versatility at Man City. Enzo does not have that. You even said this, Don.
Okay,
put Enzo in the number 10 is tragic. Put Enzo in the number 6 is tragic. You have to put him in a certain position where certain guys are around him for you to get the best out of him. Oh, that sounds like a lot like what Man United fans were saying about Pogba all this time.
Do you know what?
Listen, he's a great player. I'm not going to gas it. He's a great player. But there's so many limitations with him that you pay that much money for you to have. It doesn't make sense.
Do you know what's like about
Jerry, I want to talk about Chelsea when you're done.
Make a point, Roms. I want to go through some more super chats and then we're going to move on to Liverpool.
Don and Chez, you don't know. I do think Enzo's good, but I think what's sad about current football is you have to have some sort of athleticism. In my opinion, you just do. The technical plays for me are being outside the game. Like you have to be technically gifted and have a bit of athleticism. For me, that's where I think Enzo's detriment. I think Enzo will be more suited to another league, but Premier League now, I think his days personally for me can be numbered. Even with a new system, even with a new manager, I don't think we're ever going to see the best Enzo at Chelsea. I think we'll see him elsewhere in another league. In my opinion,
that's just mad reactionary though. Because look at the performance against Aston Villa the other week.
What they're doing
that's just mad reactionary. I'm sorry, man.
I don't think.
One second. I just want to run. What everyone's doing here is like, I get it. He played poorly yesterday, yeah. And what Tom was saying earlier, the whole like our right hand side, I get it. But we're not going to use just one game sample size and use it for the rest of the whole season. Go, he's been crap all season.
Nobody is looking at Enzo yesterday and saying, based on that performance, I'm using Don's words here, cooking prior, are they going to check? Are they going to turn? You know when a player's good. Do you know when a player's good? I don't know. He's only young, but I see. I'll use two Man United players as an example. The way the majority of football reacted to Kobe Mainoo, the way a lot of football, even when he wasn't scoring, the way most of you on here were like, I wouldn't mind Rasmus falling at my football club. That's when you know there's a player in there. When you've all watched Conor Bradley at Liverpool, we've all gone.
I just got to see him.
We've all gone, Jesus Christ! Like there's a player there, and every one of our clubs that's happened to. And I think when it comes to Enzo, I think the reason you're pushing back so hard is in your heart of hearts. You're looking at it and you're saying, oh, I'm losing faith in this player. I think you're losing faith in him.
Yeah, you can say that. Moving on
with the super chats. I'm going to come back to you. I need to finish these super chats. This year said Jaden Dans has won a trophy before Harry Kane. That's brilliant. I love that. That's it's very true. And he ain't winning one this year, Kane, either. Isn't that amazing? Isn't it amazing? Chelsea fans forget their coach's nickname is Bottle Chino. £1 billion squad just lost to under 15s. There is some breaking news though. Four of the Liverpool players have tested positive today.
I know.
For use of Calpol as the kindergarten Klopp. That's, by the way, what a headline I read today. Kindergarten Klopp. Actually, if you haven't seen the film Kindergarten Cop with Schwarzenegger, you've got to go watch it. Win the cup. So you bring negativity, Tom, and negativity wrong. Liverpool hate you. I love that. Don is lying so much that he's even starting to believe his own lies. Your players are more of an issue than your manager, and your manager is horrid. So I won't go that far.
That's why I told the guy earlier. Don't try gaslight what I've been watching, bro. You
know you told me Martinelli is better than Mudryk. Mudryk's better than Martinelli.
I never said that. Again, I never said that. I said he was having a better season. I said he's having a better season so far. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did, Terry. Yes, I did.
No. You said that, but no, Mudryk was not having a better season with Martinelli.
Martinelli was stinking.
Even when Martinelli was stinking the house out, you could say it was equal. But what you said,
it wasn't equal.
You said you wouldn't swap Mykhailo Mudryk for Martinelli. And we said, well, Martinelli's going to come back into form. What about then? And you then said no. So when you say that, that's saying I think he's better. That's not
no. Terry, now you're making me have to go back to what I said before. You see? Now, Terry, I see what you're doing. I literally said to you, yeah, Martinelli is more refined than Mudryk at this stage in his career. But I said, I believe Mudryk has... I said Martin. You listen to what I'm saying. Martinelli is more refined.
I thought you said Mudryk. My bad.
No, I said Martinelli is more refined. He's better than Mudryk right now. He's more refined than him right now. Yeah, but like I said, I believe Mudryk has the potential to reach the same sort of levels. Potential, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. And at that point, I said Mudryk personally was having a better season than Martinelli. Martinelli's been stinking all year. Let's be real about it.
You see him in the Champions League.
Listen, I understand where you're coming from with the form. But when you turn around and I said to you, would you swap the players? And you say no. By not swapping a player, you don't need to say the word. We're not in court. I think so-and-so is better. By you saying I wouldn't swap players,
it insinuates
it's in there. It's like for Liverpool.
Mudryk's not here for a year, is he? He's here for 8 years, bro. He's got time to develop. He's got time to learn. I think he can get there with the right guy.
You think he's better? You think he's going to be better?
I think he's got more to his game.
Why are we liars?
I think he's got more attributes to his game.
Come on,
You're not lying, bro. When I'm looking at him, yeah. Like I said, there's certain games where Mudryk looks like a footballer, and there's other games where he just looks like he's never touched the ball in his life. Number one, Patrick, hold on, bro. You're asking me to break it down. Let me break it down to you then.
Yeah, please.
He's fast. Yeah. He's skillful. Yeah. He's got strength. Okay. He needs to work on his finishing. He needs to work on his movement. That's one thing. But he's got all the fundamental attributes that I would like to build in a winger, right? Like I've said, there's certain games I've watched him. I'm like, yo, there's a player in there. There's a player in there, definitely. And I want him to learn, bro. He's our problem. He's here for 8 years. We can't get rid of the guy. He's our problem.
I'm giving you the option now. You can have Martinelli now, today. I'll give him to you. I've got a magic wand. Or you keep Mykhailo Mudryk. What are you doing? You've got the choice.
I'm keeping Mudryk.
You think he's better then? Let's move on.
You've got Mudryk.
Come on, you didn't say that. You don't need
No. He's been stinking.
I need to come in here. I need to come in here.
We've got to move on, guys. We're going to run out of time. We're going to
just quick statements. Just quick statements. Mykhailo Mudryk is older than Martinelli.
and he's got way less game time than
Wait,
Martinelli.
he's older. I thought he was younger.
Bro,
Mikhailo Mudryk older than Martinelli.
hold on, Roms. He didn't even touch 50 professional appearances at 23, bro. We're talking about a guy here that's lacking real game time.
That tells you everything you need to know.
There's a reason for that.
That's fine. But Martinelli's played way more games than this guy. Of
Guys,
course, he's
we've
going
got
to
to
be better than
move on. Sorry,
One
last thing, Agal.
What we need to realize is that was Chelsea's season on the line for them. They literally were banking their whole season on winning the Carabao Cup to get them into Europe, to leave them with some sort of happiness for the rest of the season. The likelihood of them winning the FA Cup is still very slim, so they do have another chance. But they're basically that. I've never seen such a shameless lot. Going into the game, that was literally everything. They were banking on that moment to give them something to hold on to, some little joy that they're going to have. And to see them lose in the fashion that they did was absolute pure joy. And all I have to say to Don and Ches, your season's over the moment you lose the FA Cup, because there's nothing else to be happy about. You're not finishing in a European spot. You're not winning no silverware. And that League Cup final, I've never seen the standards of Chelsea Football Club fall as low as they've fallen. I have never seen Chelsea. No. You keep talking, but the reality is the standard. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Banter aside, your expectations for this season. Your expectations for this season have gone down the drain. You originally started off by thinking, hey, maybe we can get into Europe. Now, maybe we can get Champions League. Maybe we can get into Europe. Maybe we can the League Cup and get a backdoor seat into the Europa League. Now your expectations are, let's see if we can get at least 10th. I'm done.
There we go. I want to finish this super chat before moving on, because I want to speak Liverpool before we move on to the Premier League. This here says, was Saka cooking in Arsenal's terrible team 3 years ago? Yes, he was. That's a very, very good point.
Thanks.
Enzo doesn't work in a midfield without Caicedo and Gallagher. Enzo is not a 10. He needs two defensive-minded midfielders to make him work. Not worth it. Thank you very much, bro. Never seen a fan base talk with so much chest about their players' quality after their overrated squad got dunked on by school kids.